Hey girl, hey, I'm back. It's been a minute, but I'm back. Back on these YouTube streets. So anyway, I have a question for you. Are you busy or are you aligned? Are you busy or are you aligned? And I'm going to explain what that means in a minute. Because those two things, they are not the same. And so I remember a time when I was doing all the things. Showing up, working, checking every box, right? But I was still feeling like something was off. And nothing was wrong, but something definitely didn't feel right either. And I realized at that point in time that it wasn't that I lacked discipline, but I did lack clarity, right? I was lacking awareness of what was going on with me in that period of time, right? And so here's what I'm talking about. I'll talk about me. I used to normalize being busy, having a full calendar, right? Always being in motion, always moving, just being a busybody, always doing something, right? Accepting all the invitations, accepting all of the opportunities on every ministry at church, right? Just being busy. But busy doesn't always mean you're moving forward. Sometimes it just means you're moving, right? But you're moving with no direction. And that's where frustration starts to build up, right? That's where I started getting a little frustrated because I was putting in all this effort. I was doing all these things, but not seeing the fruit, right, of all the effort, right? Not seeing the alignment. And so basically, when I talk about alignment, that's what I mean, right? Like, so what does it look like, right? For me, it looked like feeling drained, right? Even when I was being productive, because it wasn't like I wasn't making progress, right? It just didn't look the way I thought it should look, right? So I was feeling drained because even when I was being productive, it didn't feel like it. It looked like second guessing for me, like overthinking. It looked like starting things but struggling to follow through. And that was because I was picking up one thing, then putting it down, right? Picking up another thing, putting it down, right? So it wasn't that I wasn't capable, right? It doesn't mean that we're incapable, but something isn't connecting. And a lot of times something isn't connecting because we are putting too many things on our plate, right? Which means we end up misaligned. But when you are aligned, that changes, right? Alignment brings clarity to your decisions. It gives direction to the effort that you're making. It helps you move with intention, right? Instead of being reactive. And I will tell you, if there's one thing I cannot function in is a reactive environment, but yet that's how I was showing up, right? And so I had to stop, pause, sit still, and figure out why I was busy. I was getting some things done, but some things were left undone. And it was because I wasn't aligned, right? And so I had to sit still. I had to ask myself, why are you feeling off? Why aren't you hitting the goals that you want to hit? What's going on? I basically had to stop, reflect, and start asking myself better questions like, why are you here? What's going on? So I had to, first of all, be aware, and then I had to get clear on why I was in the space that I was in, right? And so sometimes, right, you just need to stop. And so here's something I want you to think about. I want you to think about what you're doing right now that no longer aligns with who you are becoming. Or to say it another way, what are you doing right now that doesn't align with the goal or goals that you have set for yourself? Do you have a weight loss goal, but you haven't really put together a plan, right? Or you're not intentional about the things you need to do in order to achieve that goal. And so I will tell you, probably around 2021, I started being real intentional. Probably even before that, real intentional about the way I move. So if anything that I have shared with you resonates with you, if you see yourself in some of the things that I shared that I went through, you're not alone. And this is exactly the space that you need to be in, because this is the work that I do. I support women by helping them slow down, get clear, and live intentionally, right? And so if you want a place to start, I have a free resource. It's called the Alignment Audit Mini. It's inside a free community that I've created called Thrive Circle. And if you're ready for a deeper conversation, you can schedule some time to chat with me, right? But the Thrive Circle community is a free community that I created for like-minded women who are interested in moving forward, getting unstuck, finding clarity, and just living intentionally so they can achieve the goals that they have set for themselves, right? So it's a community where we come together. It's a private community. We're not in there just scrolling like social media. We're in there sharing tips, holding each other accountable, right? Encouraging one another, celebrating one another. So it's a great community for women who are looking to grow, evolve, and change. And it's free. And the Alignment Audit Mini can be accessed in that community. You can also access it on my website if you would like to do that. And if you want to chat, if you want to hear a little bit more about my journey of moving from being misaligned to aligned, schedule some time to chat. It's a free clarity call. That's what I call it, right? No obligation. We're just talking. We're seeing where you're at, how I can support you, and I'm just going to share a little bit about how I got to this space of, I would say, 90% of the time, right? 95% of the time, I am moving intentionally and I am aligned. So I hope to see you either in the Thrive Circle community or in a private one-to-one chat. And if not, I will see you in the next video.